no? Ok. Accetta. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay. I don't know if you
Now,
can see me because I can't see you.
wait a second, I'll tell you in a moment. I'm looking for...
Okay.
Yes, I can see you.
Okay,
here
I am.
Yes. I was
Nice to
looking
meet you.
for the form, the sign form.
Okay.
For you to sign before I forget, because I tended to forget this kind of things. It's the 22nd today. Oh yes, it's a Tuesday today, not
Yes.
Tuesday, Tuesday. It's the day of the twos. It's wait a second, I'll tell you in a moment. Here it is, 22nd of February. Okay, come on. Here it is. So, where are we now? Here we are. Okay, I'll put this in the chat. Perfect. This is the form to sign your presence. Now, I was telling you, it's Tuesday today, not Tuesday, it's a Tuesday. What does it mean? It's the 22nd of February of 2022, and it's Tuesday.
Oh.
It's the 22nd. Okay, I'll write it in numbers. 22nd of February 2022, and it's Tuesday, which sounds very much like Tuesday. So it's the 22nd of the second month of 2022.
Yes.
And it's
in Italian
Tuesday.
we say it's a palindrome date, palindroma.
Yes, because you can read it both sides. Yes. 2202, or if you start from back, 2202.
Yes.
You're right, yes. But for the British people, it's Tuesday, because there are all these twos.
Okay.
Hi, Luciano. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening.
And Sonia, welcome. Hello. Georgia, we can't see you. I'm sending you a request to...
Hello, I can see you, but I don't know why you can see me.
I've sent you a request. Click on the request.
Okay. On the chat? No?
Not yet. No. Oh, well. And Milena. Hi, Milena. Nice to see you again. So, what would you like to do today? Did you sign your presence, first of all? Avete firmato la presenza prima di tutto?
Yes.
Very important if you want your certificate. Why are you mute, Milena? I'll send you a request to switch the audio on. Click on the request and you should be unmuted. No, it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? I'll send you a second request. Oh, well. Milena is on the mute mode. Okay, what can we do? And Georgia is gone. Where's Georgia? She's gone. Ah, you can't speak because of your throat ache, Milena. I didn't know. I thought you were in the mute mode and wanted to get out of it. Okay. Don't worry. If you can't speak, stay in the mute mode. No problems. Georgia, let's send you another request to... No, it looks... I can switch it off, but which means you should be visible, but we can't see you. So what's wrong with Georgia? Maybe it's a problem of the camera of your computer.
I don't know.
Okay, stay with us, no problem.
Okay.
Elizabeth is coming as well. Hi, Elizabeth, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Still connecting. Oh, good. Elizabeth is with us.
Ciao.
Hi, Elizabeth. Hello. We
Hello.
can see your keyboard actually, but we can't see. Oh, now we can see your face. Good.
Che è andata.
Okay. So, what would you like to do today? If you want to, but of course we can do whatever you want to. But if you want to, we can have a look at the reading part of the exam and see how it works. What do you think?
Okay.
Or do you prefer to do something else?
It's a good idea.
The reading part?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So the reading part is formed of 6 different sections. More or less 5 questions each. Actually, the total questions are 32. So there are 5 questions on the first section, 5 on the second section, 5 on the third section, 5 on the fourth section, 6 on the fifth section, and 6 on the sixth section. I can't talk anymore. For a total of 32 questions, and all of them have the same value, 1 mark each. The total time you have at disposal is 45 minutes. So 45 minutes for the reading part, 45 minutes for the writing part, 30 minutes for the listening part, and about a quarter of an hour for the speaking part. So in total, in all, the exam will last 2 hours and a quarter, 2 hours altogether, and then the quarter of the speaking part, you'll have to take turns. Okay. Hi, Sarah, welcome.
Hi.
Katia, welcome to you too. Welcome to Katia as well.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We are still talking about the reading part of the exam. And the reading part, for the reading part, you'll have 45 minutes time, like the writing part, while on the contrary, the listening part is 30 minutes and the speaking part, quarter of an hour, which means 45 minutes for the written part, plus 45 for the reading part, plus 30 for the listening part, plus 15 for the speaking part. That makes a total of 2 hours and a quarter. The 2 hours will be all together. Writing part, reading part, and listening part will be taken all together. The speaking part, quarter of an hour, will be taken in turns, in shifts. So you might have to wait a half an hour, 1 hour for the other ones to finish their part before being able to enter and do your part. Ok? Sono stata abbastanza chiara?
Sì, sì, molto chiaro.
Ok, quindi 45 minuti per la parte scritta, 45 minuti per la lettura, 30 minuti per la parte di ascolto e circa un quarto d'ora per la parte di parlato. scrittura, lettura e ascolto sono fatte tutte insieme, quindi un totale di 2 ore intere, non stop. Invece la speaking part, siccome dovete entrare a 2, i primi 2 la faranno immediatamente dopo e gli altri aspettano il loro turno, per cui magari avete anche un'ora, un'ora e mezza, 2 di buco prima di entrare. Ok? Comunque farete tutto nello stesso giorno, di solito fanno tutto nello stesso giorno. Yes, the link for the presents. I'll share it again. Here it is. So please don't you forget to sign your presents. And if it's okay for you, I would like to have a look at the reading part so that you can know what to expect, you know, at the exam. Is it okay for you, or would you prefer to do something different?
It's okay.
Okay, right. So let's share the screen and let's look at an example of the reading part. Okay, as I told you, the reading part is subdivided into 6 sections. Okay, so this is part 1, section 1 of the reading part. The reading part is divided into 6 parts, and this is part 1 of the reading. There are 5 questions, 1 to 5. There are a number of signs, text messages, advertising, letters, signs, and you know, everyday notices, and you have to read them and decide if A, B, or C is the correct answer. For example, do you want me to make it a little bit bigger? Let's see if I can. Okay, can you see it better now?
Okay. Yes.
Right. So it starts with a competition side. Win a car. Competition. Entries will only be accepted from people who are at least 18. What does it mean? A, the competition is open to people over a certain age. B, there's a maximum age limit for this competition. C, only 18-year-olds are allowed to enter this competition. Now be careful, be very careful, because they are tricky. There's the word 18 here and the word 18 here. Don't go straight for that answer. It's normally a trick. When there is the same word, it means it's a trick to make. Okay, so
proviamo a rispondere.
try and understand the meaning. Yes, do you want to try, Sonia?
I think B. There is a maximum age, perché dice at last is 18.
Okay, the key
I think
here is at least.
At least.
What does at least mean?
Almeno.
Almeno. Almeno fosse. Ok.
So there's not a maximum age.
Ma
There's
no.
a minimum age.
Minimum.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so entries will only be accepted from people who are at least. This is the key word,
Only.
at least 18.
A.
So,
A.
people over a certain
Over.
over 18
Yes.
or okay.
A.
Number 2, this is a text message. Rachel, for our holiday, you need to get a photo. Hi, who are you? Welcome, whoever you are. We are exercising on the reading part of the exam. So, right. Rachel, for our holiday, you need to get a photo for your visa and let me have it. I've got the visa forms, so I can post them then. Adam. Adam is telling Rachel to A, post something for him. B,
No.
find out how to do something. C,
No.
give him something he needs.
Sì.
Okay,
I think so.
post, no. When you
Okay.
find the same word repeated, be very careful. It's normally 90% of times.
No.
Exactly.
Good.
Okay, so what
Find
is
out.
Rachel asking Adam to do? She
Sì.
needs a
Ha bisogno di
photo
una foto.
and
He
she
needs-
asked him to let me have it.
I
Sì,
think sì.
Let me have it, so
give him something he needs.
give him. Rachel is normally a woman name anyway.
Yes,
so
but she have to give him something. Rachel has to give to Adam something.
Yes, Adam. Him.
Rachel says, for our holiday, you need to get a photo for your visa and let me have it. So you
Yeah.
need to take or get a photo and give it to me. So
Find out
Adam
how
is
to
asking
Yes,
to
No,
give
it's-
Rachel a
no,
photo.
No,
Adam
it's
is
Rachel.
asking Rachel because he
You're
said,
right, sorry. Adam
Okay.
is asking Rachel. You're right,
Yes.
sorry. Adam is the one who sent the message. Right,
Yes.
sorry. So Rachel,
Sì.
please send me your photo. Okay, you're right. Sorry, how stupid of me. Adam is the sender of the message.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So yes, anyway, give him something he needs. He needs a photo of hers and she must send him a photo. Okay?
Okay.
So the
Okay.
key word here is let me have it. Let me have it, fammela avere. Mandamela. Fammela avere in qualche modo. Ok? Quindi give him something he needs.
He needs.
Okay. Number 3 is a sign. Laboratory. The public are not permitted beyond this point unless accompanied by a staff member. A. Members of staff, qua c'è già la fregatura, must be accompanied, doppia fregatura, if they wish to pass this point.
Allora ancora no.
Members of the public can't
B.
go through unless they're visiting someone working there.
Insieme. I B.
C.
B.
Sì.
Members of the public may go farther if a company employee goes
Father. Father, what means?
Piuttosto,
farther, più
Più
avanti,
avanti.
ulteriore.
Oltre.
Ok.
oltre.
Oltre.
Quindi
Sì.
Sì,
B.
sì,
Sì.
No, sì,
Sì.
sì, sì.
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 allora, the public are not permitted beyond this point unless,
Certo.
this is a key word, unless, a meno che
Sono
a
accompagnati.
company
Accompagnato dal membro dello
Goes with
staff.
them.
a meno che non siano accompagnati da un membro
Da un
dello
membro
staff.
dello staff.
Quindi
member of the public
may go further, possono andare più avanti, if a company employee goes with them.
with them.
allora sì,
Sì.
La C. La B dice, members of the public can't go through unless they are visiting someone working there, working here. But I mean, they must be accompanied. They are not supposed to go and visit someone. Okay? So you see, they're very, very tricky. Be very careful. Be very careful. Okay, so
they repeat the word unless, so it can be a trick.
yeah, again, when they repeat a word, you have to open your eyes and be very careful, because normally there's a trick there. They're cheating you, vi stanno imbrogliando. Ok.
Professoressa, le posso chiedere una cosa?
Sì, certo.
Volevo chiedere, a me è arrivato oggi il link. Questo è l'inizio di un corso o è la fine di un corso?
È a metà. Sono 12 lezioni.
Perché io mi ero iscritta ancora qualche mese fa, però non mi è mai arrivato il link.
Come mai?
E quindi è per quello che mi ritrovo un po' sfasata. Le chiedo,
Ai, ai,
partirà
ai.
un altro corso dall'inizio? Perché chiaramente...
Allora, porco cane, ho capito cosa è successo. Allora, io ho avuto l'elenco dei partecipanti all'inizio e ho continuato ad usare quell'elenco. Se tu non ti sei iscritta proprio all'inizio, ma ti sei iscritta magari dopo...
L'ho saputo, sì, il corso ovviamente non era ancora iniziato, ma l'ho saputo non al momento dell'iscrizione, dopo. Io ho tentato di iscrivermi, infatti l'avevo detto anche alla mia collega, però non c'ero riuscita, però capisco che gli altri miei
perché non me
colleghi...
l'hai detto subito? Maledizione! Maledizione.
No, però magari
no,
se
perché in effetti, sai cosa è successo, Katia? Che mi hanno aggiornato l'elenco proprio 2 o 3 giorni fa.
Infatti l'ho
E quindi
ricevuto 2
adesso
giorni
io
fa.
sto usando l'elenco aggiornato. I'm using an updated list now. But for all these lessons up to now, I've been using the list which I was given at the beginning. And if you weren't in that list...
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 7th lesson now.
The 7th lesson in a total of 12. So exactly in the middle. Okay, don't worry, Katia, they are all recorded. They are all recorded. It's not exactly the same as being with us, because being with us, you can speak, you can ask questions, you are interviewed, especially when we did the speaking part. You would have the possibility to try your speaking part. So it's not exactly the same, but there are all the recordings on the web page. And I will send you the links for the recordings if you want to. And yeah, sorry for this. I have no access to the list, so I have to use the list they sent me. And they sent me a list at the very beginning and an updating 3 days ago. And so you were only in the updating list, not at the beginning.
Up early tomorrow.
Anyway, there's much we can do now. You know what? What you can do is, you were supposed to apply to maybe B1a, and you can take advantage of all the lessons. Come to B1a, B1b, B2a, B2b, come as much as possible to make up for the missing parts. You're always welcome, Katia. And Christina as well. Are you a new one as well? Christina?
Yeah.
Because I can't remember your face as well. Yeah. Anyway, come as much as you can. I'm sending you all the links for all the weeks. So come whenever you can. Don't mind, don't you mind if it's B1A, B1B, B2A, B2B, come. Anyway,
Hi,
the
Maria Pia.
third-
Hi, everybody.
hi, hello, who are you?
Roberto.
Roberto, welcome, Roberto. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Yes.
Hi, Roberto Carapacchi. Hi, Roberto. We're talking about the reading part of the exam, Cambridge B1 exam. And the
Okay.
reading part is subdivided into 6 parts. And you have a total time of 45 minutes.
Right.
Now we are looking at the first part of the reading part. Okay.
Correct.
Every answer is 1 mark. You get 1 mark for every correct answer. So the first part of the reading part is based on messages, text messages, signs, letters, short texts, and so on. Everyday, how can I say, notices. This is a small note. Jane, Mom's leaving really early tomorrow. So, could you wake me at 7 when you leave for work? I mustn't be late for college again. Tom.
B.
A.
B.
Tom
B.
wants to persuade Jane to take him to college tomorrow morning. Again.
No.
College.
No.
Tomorrow. Ta-da! Something wrong.
No.
Tom would like Jane to do him a favor tomorrow morning.
Mi
Yes.
chiede di alzarsi, deve essere presto alle 7. Sì.
Esatto.
B.
Tom is reminding Jane they have to get up early tomorrow morning. Not really, because could you wake me at 7? This is a key part. Could you wake me at 7 when you leave for work? Could you wake me at 7? Puoi svegliarmi alle 7?
Okay.
When you leave
Allora?
for work, I mustn't be late for college again. Okay? Quindi Tom would like Jane to do him a favor tomorrow morning.
Good.
Yes.
The correct is B. B.
Yes.
The correct.
B
Yeah.
is the
Good.
correct.
Only one. B. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so there is only one correct answer.
B.
This is a sign. Free copies of advertisements on this board are available from the Careers Center. A. The Careers Center will give you a copy of any advertisement on this board. This board is used to advertise the work done by the Careers Center. If you ask the Careers Center, you can advertise for free on this board. Ok? Quindi, free copies of advertisements on this board are available from the Career Center.
Free copies però,
Ok? Copie gratuite degli annunci in questa bacheca sono disponibili al centro carriere. Okay, what does it mean?
Quasi una
If the board
pubblicità.
says looking for a teacher, okay, if you are interested in that, you can go to the Career Center and say, I can see there's an advertising about people looking for a teacher. Can I have the copy of the advertising and the rules and everything?
I think so.
So the Careers Center will give you a copy of any advertisement or advertisement on this board?
No.
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 Any
Troppe parole
advertisement.
uguali? No. No.
Ok, ma le parole per uguali sono da tutte le parti in realtà.
Beh, però...
Allora, cosa vuol dire questa cosa? The Careers
Allora,
Center
in
will
centro
give you a
di...
copy, vi darà una
Vi darà
copia
una copia di
of any
ogni, di tutti,
advertisement, di qualunque annuncio on this board.
In
Ci sia
questa
questa.
scheda,
questa bacheca.
questa
Mm.
baschetta.
Mm. Perché l'avete scartata?
Perché c'è troppe parole uguali.
Ok,
Aspetta,
io
no,
ho detto che dovete stare molto attenti, non ho detto che dovete scartarle in...
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. One moment.
Ok, B. This board is used to advertise the work done by the Careers Center.
È come una pubblicità, quello che dice delle
No.
carriere.
Questo come si chiama in italiano? Oddio.
Bacheca?
Tavola,
Bacheca,
bacheca,
grazie, è usata per pubblicizzare il lavoro fatto dal Careers Center.
No.
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 Sì. If you
Ah.
ask the Careers Center, you can advertise for free on this board.
Però c'è scritto advertisements, cioè
Mm.
un
Questo
avvertimento
vuol
on
dire,
this board.
se chiedete al
Sì.
Careers Center, potete mettere un
Potete
annuncio gratis su questa bacheca. Però non è esattamente quello che dice.
It's not clear.
Lui dice
For me
free
it's
copies of
Sempre libere.
advertisements on this board are available from the Careers Center.
A.
A. Ok?
Questa non l'ho capito.
Allora, dice copie gratuite degli annunci su questa bacheca sono disponibili al Career Center. Quindi se tu vai al Career Center puoi avere le copie gratuite degli annunci.
Ok, infatti, we give you a copy di un
Of
annuncio su
any
questa carta. Ok,
advertisement
yes, yes.
on this board. Ok, quindi era la A.
Yes.
Okay. And this was the last one. Quindi vedete, they are really tricky, sono veramente un po' imbrogliosette queste cose. Dovete stare molto attenti a capire bene cosa dice il messaggio o il, come si chiama, il notice, il cartello o insomma quello che avete davanti, l'SMS o quello che avete, ok? Dovete concentrarvi, capire cosa dice e poi cercare la risposta corretta. Don't go too quickly and look for the same words, because when there are the same words, it's highly probably, you know, wrong. Non andate direttamente a cercare le stesse parole, perché quando trovate le stesse parole è molto probabile che sia la risposta sbagliata. Ok? Dovete veramente capire il senso dei cartelli. Ok? Questa è la parte 1. 5.
Maria Pia, can you send this in the chat, please? In Viber, please. Can you send this in
it's all in a Google. Good afternoon, Anna Maria. Do you want the sign form again? Here you are. It's all this material is in a Google form, in a Google document, whose link I shared with everyone. But of course, if you weren't in the email list, you didn't get it. So I'm going to send it back again. To the link to all of you. Yes. In this share the Google documents, there's the book you can study by yourself with the listening, plus examples of the exams, plus suggestions I give you about the exams plus many exercises to do the written part, the speaking part, the reading part, and so on and so on.
Yes, I don't take the exam, but I want to do
Okay,
something. Yes.
Sure.
Thank
You
you.
will get a lot of material from the Google document. Yes. Okay, then section 2, part 2 of the reading part is maybe the most difficult one. So what I suggest you to do is skip it. Go on with the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th parts, because all the answers have got the same value, 1 mark for every answer, correct answer. And this second section, second part, it is really time requiring. It takes a long time to do it. So, no, non sei solo te Milena che non vedi i bordi. Adesso vedo
Neanche io li vedo.
Infatti. Yes, I have to make it a little smaller. I'll do it now, yes. All the questions are evaluated 1 mark. So this second section, second part of the reading part is very time requiring. It takes a long time to do. So my suggestion is skip it, go on with the rest. And then at the end, go back to section 2 and do that part. According 1 question, 2 questions, 3 questions, according to how much time you have left. Because if you spend 10, 15 minutes on this part, then you won't have enough time to do the other parts. Okay, so did I make myself clear? Volete che lo dica in italiano? Allora, saranno un totale di 32 domande, tutte quante hanno la stessa valutazione, 1 punto. La section 2, la parte 2 del reading, richiede un sacco di tempo e sono solo 5 domande. E vi va via 10 minuti, un quarto d'ora tranquilli. Quindi il mio suggerimento è fare la parte 1, lasciar perdere la parte 2, fare la parte 3, 4, 5, 6 e poi tornare alla parte 2 e fare 1, 2, 3 domande, quello che ce la fate a fare col tempo. Perché se voi perdete un quarto d'ora per fare la parte 2, poi dopo non riuscite più a fare la 5 e la 6 che sono più domande. E quindi vi conviene lasciar perdere la parte 2, andare avanti e tornarci dopo. Questo è il mio suggerimento. Poi per carità, fate come volete. Of course, do whatever you want to, but my suggestion is skip part 2 for the moment. Go on with the part 3, 4, 5, 6, and then, according to the time you have, go back to part 2 and do as much as you can. But now, since we're practicing now, let's have a look at part 2. Ma siccome invece adesso non abbiamo problemi di tempo, stiamo solo vedendo come funziona la lettura, facciamo la parte 2. Ma vedrete, ci vuole veramente tempo per fare la parte 2. Quindi quando sarete all'esame, il mio consiglio è saltate la parte 2, fate subito la 3, la 4, la 5, la 6 e poi tornate a fare la parte 2 e fate quello che riuscite nel tempo che vi rimane. Ok, magari ce la fate anche a farla tutta, non è detto. Però se invece avete poco tempo, al massimo saltate quelle 5 domande lì. Se invece vi concentrate su quelle e poi dopo non avete il tempo di fare le ultime 10-12 domande, è peggio. Ok? Quindi, but since we are not at the exam now, let's have a look at part 2. Okay, let's make it a little smaller. Okay. Part 2. Questions 6 to 10. Okay, part 1 was question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have in part 2 questions 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They go on with the numbers. Okay. The people below all wanted to visit a city market. On the opposite page, there are descriptions. Markets. Okay, so 8 markets and 5 people. 3 are extra markets which you don't need. Decide which market would be the most suitable for the people below. Another suggestion I can give you is do not read all the people, because by the time you read all of them, you have forgotten what everyone wants. So concentrate on one at a time. Let's start with Jenny. Jenny wants to buy locally produced food traditional to the area. She needs somewhere convenient to eat. And as she's sightseeing in the city, the market shouldn't be far from local attractions. Okay, so what does she want? Locally produced food, traditional of the area, somewhere convenient to eat, and near local attractions. Okay, these are the 3 points. Let's go and have a look at the markets. Backfield markets. These markets were famous for second-hand camera equipment and books on photography. No, we don't need that. B.
No.
Roswell Hill. Our markets is in an amazing building that's hundreds of years old. Visitors find our late night opening hours convenient, and there are always performers entertaining the crowds.
No.
No.
We don't need performances, do we? No. Camberwell Markets. There's lots to see in this interesting indoor market. So it's open from morning until late in a fantastic modern setting.
No.
Yeah, she was looking for
Rare
something.
gold and silver. No.
Find everything from rare gold and silver jewelry to designer clothes. No. Cobble Down Road, a small market that's open in all weathers. Come and find something really fantastic. Treat yourself or someone special. We have a wide selection of
Jewelry. No.
musical instruments.
And the musical instrument. No.
Old Ford Lane, situated in the historic city center. Okay, this is good. You'll find a wide range of jewelry and clothes.
No. Gioielli e vestiti.
Burford Market, close to museums and art galleries. Okay, this is good. This is a place to buy something for lunch.
Yes.
As well as fresh fruits and special breads.
Potrebbe essere.
Find the region's famous cheese. The producers are there with advice on different types. Eat on the seats situated around the market, watching the colorful scene and enjoying music from local bands. Okay, this could go. This could, but do not stop at the first possibility. Go and read all of them. Headingley Market, situated under historic city walls. Okay. In this busy market, you'll
No.
find a huge
No.
selection of
Second-hand
great
clothes.
value new and
No.
second-hand clothes.
Vestiti
No.
di seconda mano.
Don't
no.
need
Because
new
there
and
is a food
second-hand.
from abroad, not local food.
From a place, stalls open during normal daytime shopping hours. So, depending on the weather, there's plenty to entertain you the whole day. Try our sandwich bar if you're hungry and look for an old copy of something by a favorite author. We also have gifts from all over the world. No,
No.
definitely F is
F.
best suited. Okay, because she was looking for locally produced food, traditional,
Food, traditional, and
somewhere convenient to eat, and not far from local attractions. And
Yes.
F
Okay.
is
F.
close to museums and art galleries, the place to buy something for lunch, as well as fresh fruit and special breads. Try the region's famous cheese. The
Okay.
producers are there with advice on different types. Eat on the seats situated along the around the market, watching the car. So this is the most suitable, I would say. Okay,
Yes.
so A 6F. Okay.
Okay.
Then, let's go on with number 7. Matt wants a market where he can get something to wear at reasonable prices and something hot to eat. He's also keen on music and likes finding rare recordings by different bands.
The last,
So,
l'ultima.
something to wear at reasonable prices.
And
Something hot to eat and rare recordings.
Okay.
the last, l'ultima.
Second-hand camera, no.
No?
Beh, andiamo
No.
direttamente all'ultima se mi dite che era
Proviamo
l'ultima.
l'ultima. H.
Ok. Stalls open during normal daytime shopping hours. So, depending on the weather, there's plenty to entertain you the whole day.
No. No, it's not.
Try our
No.
sandwich bar if you're hungry, but he wanted something hot to drink. So a
And you
sandwich
want
bar is
to-
not the ideal place.
No.
And look for an old copy of something by a favorite author. A favorite author, they refer to books. Okay, he was looking for records.
For
Okay, record is an old word, I know, but it means disco, dischi di musica. Okay, okay. We now talk about CDs or videos, but record means disco, un disco, un 40, cos'era? 45 giri, un 33 giri, ok, un disco di musica. Record.
The right answer is G.
Situated under historic city walls, in this busy market, you'll find a huge selection of great value, new and second-hand clothes. Good. Great value means cheap. And clothes, second-hand clothes, he was looking for clothes. There are also stalls offering unusual albums by international singers. Fantastic. Yeah. Often harder to find in shops. So rare. He was looking for rare recordings by different bands. Okay, something to wear at reasonable prices and something hot to eat. Vediamo se c'è anche something hot to eat.
Yes, at the end.
Our word food area allows you to taste food from abroad cooked in front of you by international chefs. Okay, so 7G. Okay.
Yes.
7G. Number 8. Semi wants to visit a market after spending the day in the city. He would like to photograph a historic place and buy a painting by someone unknown. Okay, he wants to spend the day in the city, take a photograph of a historic place, and buy a painting by someone unknown. There are always 3 tips. So first of all, you need to maybe underline the tips, okay, after spending the day in the city. Take photograph of a historic place and buy a painting by someone unknown. Okay, let's go and have a look. Okay, Backfield Market, world famous for second-hand camera equipment and books on photography. As well as an amazing range of cameras, we have old pictures of local places of interest for you to buy. And of course, the stall owners are happy to give advice for free. Don't miss our hot soup stall in cold weather. B, our market's an amazing building that's hundreds of years old. Visitors, that's good because he wanted to take pictures of an old building. Visitors find our late night opening hours convenient. That's good because he wanted to visit the market after the day sightseeing. And there are always performers entertaining the crowds. We've recently opened more stalls specializing in pictures, both from well-known artists and also those beginning their careers. Okay,
was searching for
B. Okay.
B. Okay.
Because 8B, he can see the market after spending the day in the city because there's a late opening. He would like to take a photograph of a historic place, and the market is in a 100-year-old historic place, and buy a painting by someone unknown. And the market sells paintings by people, famous people and unknown people. Okay, so 8B, right?
Okay.
Number 9, Alexia is looking for a really special necklace for her grandmother's birthday. She'd like to spend the whole day at the market and wants to avoid the cold by staying inside. So she wants an inside market. She wants a special necklace, and she wants to spend the whole day at the market. So a half-day market is not good. Let's go and see. This is old camera, we don't need it. This, we don't need it. Indoor market, okay. It's often from morning until late, good, in a fantastic modern setting. Find everything from rare gold and silvery jewelry to designer clothes. Although the prices aren't cheap, the quality is excellent. After shopping, enjoy a meal in a nearby restaurant. This could go. Okay, this could go. But let's go on. Cobble Down Road, a small market that's open in all weathers. But she wanted something inside. Yeah. Come and find something really fantastic. Treat yourself or someone special. We have a wide selection of jewelry and musical instruments produced locally by highly skilled people and homemade cakes to enjoy. But it's in the open. So she wanted something inside. Situated in the historic city center, you'll find a wide range of jewelry and clothes. Arrive early to avoid the disappointment. Bargains are found in the morning and the stalls pack up after lunch. No, we don't
No.
need it because they pack up after lunch. They close after lunch. If the weather's good, enjoy. No, this is outside as well. No, we don't need it. This was about food. This was about singers and clothes. And this was about, again, music and sandwich bar. Okay, so let's go back. It's probably
C.
C. Yes. There's lots to see in this interesting indoor market. It's open from morning until late. Find everything from rare gold and silver jewelry to designer clothes. Okay, so this is probably the place she's looking for. Okay, so 9, was it 9? Yes, 9C. Okay.
Sorry.
And then number 10. Ella.
Maria
Yes.
Pia, 8 isn't B.
8 isn't B.
Isn't
Why not?
Read my message, please.
Okay, let's read the message. 8 isn't senza l'H, B. The paint are from well-known. He likes unknown people, but not only. He said they are not only from famous people. They say, no, cos'era, scusa, B. They say pictures both from well-known artists and also those beginning their careers. Vedi, i disegni, i quadri sono sia da artisti famosi, ma anche da coloro che iniziano le loro carriere. Quindi vedi anche unknown artists. Ci sei? Sei d'accordo? Sei d'accordo? Ok.
Ok, grazie.
C'è problema, no problems. Quindi abbiamo detto 9, cosa abbiamo detto? 9C. 9C. And finally, number 10, Ella is looking for objects from other countries for her friends. Objects from other countries. She'd like to choose a second-hand book to read on the journey home and wants a snack at the market too. So objects from other countries, second-hand book, and a snack. Okay? So this wasn't it. This wasn't it. This wasn't it. No.
H.
Stalls open during normal daytime shopping hours, so depending on the weather, there's plenty to entertain you the whole day. Try a sandwich bar, okay, if you're hungry. Look for an old copy of something by a favorite author, good. We also have gifts from all over the world. Definitely H, okay. Gifts from all over the world. Old copy or book from a favorite author. And a sandwich bar. Perfect. Okay. But can you see, this exercise requires a long time. That's why I invite you to skip it, to go on and not do this during the exam and come back at the end of the exam. Of course, you can do whatever you want to, but this is my suggestion. Then, part 3 of the reading exam. Questions from 11 to 15. For each question, choose the correct answer. Artist Peter Fuller talks about his hobby? Okay, so these are the answers. Peter enjoys mountain biking because it gives him the opportunity to enjoy blah, blah. Okay, how to face this task? First of all, you have to remember that the questions are in the correct order. So question 1 refers to paragraph 1. Question 2, okay, it's not 1 to it. Question 11 refers to paragraph 1. Question 12 refers to the following paragraph. Question 13 refers to paragraph 3. Question 14 refers to paragraph 4. Okay, there are more than 4 questions. Okay, because 15 is a different one. Okay, right. So read the paragraph 1 and try and answer question 11. Because if you read everything and then you go to the questions, you have to keep in mind so many details that you risk to write something wrong. Okay, so since they are always in the correct order, in the logical order, concentrate on one question at a time. So paragraph 1, okay, what's the title? Artist Peter Fuller talks about his hobby. Okay, we're talking about the hobby of these person, artist Peter Fuller. Paragraph 1, there's a popular idea that artists are not supposed to be into sport, but mountain biking is a huge part of my life. It gets me out of my studio and into the countryside. But more importantly, racing along as fast as you can leaves you no time to worry about anything that's going on in your life. You're too busy concentrating on not crashing. The only things you pay attention to are the pain in your legs and the rocks on the path in front of you. Okay, let's have a look at the question. Peter enjoys mountain biking because it gives him the opportunity to enjoy the views. No.
No.
He can use the time to plan his work.
No.
No. He's able to stop thinking about his problems. This could be, but let's read all of the possibilities. It helps him to concentrate better. No.
No.
C. Okay, 11, C.
Mm.
Then, yes? Any question? No? Okay. Then let's go on with the paragraph 2. I'm in my 60s now, but I started cycling when I was a kid. In the summer, my friends and I would ride our bikes into the woods and see who was brave enough to go down steep hills or do big jumps. The bikes we had then weren't built for that and often broke. So I used to draw pictures of bikes with the big, thick tires that would be strong enough for what we were doing. They looked just like modern mountain bikes. However, it wasn't until many years later that someone actually invented one. By the 1980s, they were everywhere. What does Peter say about cycling during his childhood? He's sorry he didn't take more care of his bike. Now, his friends always had better quality bikes than he did.
No.
His bike wasn't suitable for the activities he was doing. Okay, this could do. This could be. He was more interested in designing bikes than riding them.
No.
No.
So 12C. Okay. 11C, 12C. Doesn't matter. Don't worry. Anche se c'è di nuovo la C, non vi preoccupate. Non ha importanza. Potrebbero anche essere tutte C. Ok? Non dite, orco, ma la C era quella prima e questa non sarà un'altra C. No, no, non significa niente. Ok? Bene. Third paragraph. Does anybody want to read? Volete leggerlo voi? Se no sto parlando tutto io.
Yes.
stasera.
So I was
Vai.
asking for, because it can be also a good exercise for us.
Yes, okay, thank you. Good idea. Can you read it, please?
I go? Yeah,
Yes,
I can.
please.
You hear me well? Because I have
Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
Okay, thank you. At that time, I was into skateboarding. I did that for a decade until falling off onto hard surfaces. Started to hurt too much. Mountain biking seems a fairly safe way to keep fit, so I took that up instead. I made a lot of friends and got involved in racing, which gave me a reason to train hard. I wanted to find out just how fit and fast I could get, which turned out to be fairly quick. I even won a couple of local races.
Ok, be careful. Friends, la I come se non ci fosse. Friends.
Yes.
I made a lot of friends.
Okay.
E turned è una turned out to be fairly quick. Ok, perfect. So, question cos'era? 13. Peter says he returned to cycling after several years. Okay, sorry, you read it. Sorry.
I continue?
Sì, scusa.
Peter says he returned to cycling after several years. A, because he had become unfit. B, so that he could enter races. C, in order to meet new people. D, to replace an activity he had given up.
Okay.
So I listen the others so we can discuss which is the correct answer.
So what do you think is the correct answer?
D.
D. To replace an activity he had given up.
Okay,
he was tired of falling on the hard soil, on the hard rocks, and falling off onto hard surfaces started to hurt too much.
14. 14.
Okay, so he gave up skateboarding.
Yes. And
mountain biking seemed a fairly safe way to...
Roberto, 14. No.
Sorry?
14.
Yes.
No.
Scusa, non ho capito cosa dici.
Me too.
Roberto ha letto il 14. 14.
No.
No, guarda. 11 è il paragrafo 1, 12 è il paragrafo 2, 13 è il paragrafo 3. Allora andiamo a vedere. Paragrafo 1, 2, 3.
Giusto.
Ok, questo è quello che ha letto Roberto.
Yes, I conferm.
Ok? E quindi appunto dice che, vabbè non riesco a fare solo qua, dice che all'inizio faceva skateboard, per una decina d'anni ha fatto skateboard, ma poi era stufo di cadere sulle superfici dure, cominciava a fargli troppo male. Allora ha pensato che mountain biking pareva più sicuro come sport e per anche tenersi in forma, e quindi ha cominciato con quello. ha fatto un sacco di amici, bla bla bla, ha fatto le gare, eccetera, eccetera. Quindi il motivo per cui scusate, c'era un altro pezzo. Vabbè, no, niente. Ok, il motivo per cui ha cominciato ad andare in bici è per rimpiazzare un'attività che aveva smesso, quello dello skateboarding. Ok? Poi ha incontrato nuove persone, ha fatto anche delle gare, si mantiene in forma, però il vero motivo non è che lui si sentiva fuori forma o che voleva fare delle gare o che voleva conoscere nuove persone. Il vero motivo è che voleva rimpiazzare un'attività che aveva smesso di fare. Ok? Right. Then the last paragraph, who wants to read it? Chi vuole leggerlo? L'ultimo paragrafo?
I can read it.
Yes, thank you.
In the end, I stopped racing mainly because I knew what I could mean to my career if I had a bad crash. But I still like to do a 3-hour mountain bike ride every week. And if I'm out cycling in the hills and see a rider ahead, I have to beat them to the top. As I go past, I imagine how surprised they would be if they knew how old I am.
Esatto, exactly. So, how does Peter feel about cycling now? Ah, scusa, leggi tu, ma perché prendo sempre... La deformazione professionale. Vai, vai.
A, he is proud that he is still so fast. No. B, he is keen to do less now that he is older.
Dai, via!
C, he regrets the fact that he can no longer compete. D, he wishes more people were involved in the sport. Keen, what does it mean? Keen? Appassionato.
Keen, sì, esatto.
B, he is keen to do less now that he is older.
Vuole fare meno adesso che è più vecchio?
No, no. He is proud that he is still so fast. I don't remember.
Allora rileggiamolo se non te lo ricordi. Let's read it again.
In the end, I stopped racing mainly because I knew what I could mean to my career if I had a bad crash. But I still like to do a 3-hour mountain bike ride every week. And if I'm out cycling in the hills and see a rider ahead, I have to beat them to the top. As I go past, I imagine how surprised they would be if they knew how old I am. As I go past, I imagine how surprised they would be if they knew. He is proud.
Yes, he is proud of that he's still so fast.
Okay.
Ok? He's proud, è orgoglioso di essere ancora così veloce. Se vede un ciclista davanti a lui, deve proprio batterlo, arrivare in cima per primo. E mentre lo supera, si immagina di quanto può essere sorpreso, di quanto sarebbe sorpreso se sapesse quanti anni ha lui, che ha più di 60 anni, che ha sui 60 anni. Ok? Vedete quello che vi dicevo? A rider can be a man or a woman. So I have to beat, could say him or her, But if you want to avoid repeating him or her all the time, you can switch to the plural, them. I imagine how surprised they would be if they knew how old I am, okay? A rider is a singular, but can be a male or a female. So when you have to use a pronoun, what would you do? You could go on repeating him or her, he or she, and so on. But normally they switch to the plural. Ok? In italiano, l'italiano è una lingua maschilista, si parla al maschile. Quando non si sa se è un maschio o una femmina, si coniuga tutto al maschile. L'inglese invece, che è una lingua sotto questo punto di vista molto meno maschilista, di solito le parole sono uguali per maschio e femmina. Rider can be a man or a woman. E se bisogna usare il pronome, a quel punto, non sapendo se usare his o her, he or she, passano al them e they, passano al plurale, perché così non devono dire se è maschio o femmina. Ok? E questo è molto molto comune. Ok, so 14a. 15. What would be a good introduction to this article? If you had to write an introduction, which one would you choose? Who wants to read them? Chi vuole leggerle? Come on.
I will.
Okay.
So, A, can you...
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. For Peter Fuller, nothing matters more than mountain biking, not even his career. Here, in his own words, he tells us why.
What do you think? Is it an option or would you discard it? Would you keep it or discard it? La terresti o la scarteresti?
I'm thinking about it.
Ah, sorry. Okay, sorry.
I will keep it.
For the moment, let's keep it for the moment. B.
Artist Peter Fuller takes mountain biking pretty seriously. Here he describes how it all began and what he gets out of it.
Would you keep it or discard it?
Discard it.
Why?
Because
I feel it's true that he takes mountain biking pretty seriously. And yes. I think it's true. He describes how it all began
in the
and
childhood.
what he gets out of it. But it's okay. Go on. It's your exercise. C.
See, in this article, Peter Fuller explains how he became an artist only as a result of his interest in mountain biking.
As a result, yes.
As a result.
Only as a result of his interest in mountain biking.
I wouldn't define it as an artist, so that I will discard it.
Okay. D.
After discovering mountain biking late in life, Peter Fuller gave up art for a while to concentrate on getting as good as possible. For me, it's or A or B.
Okay, A or B. Okay, let's look back at A or B then.
So A for Peter Fuller, nothing matters more than mountain biking, not even his career. Here, in his own words, he tells us why. B, artist Peter Fuller takes mountain biking pretty seriously. Here he describes how it all began and what he gets out of it. It's difficult.
What do you think?
They're pretty similar. They're pretty similar.
Yes, they're quite similar, but you don't have to make up, you know, you have to stick to the text. And the text never says he puts mountain biking before his career.
Yeah, right.
Nothing matters more, not even his career. They never say it.
Yeah.
So?
Yes, it should be B.
Yes, so it's B. Okay. Okay, this was part 3. Now, in part 4, questions 16 to 20, there's a text, and from this text, 5 sentences have been removed. And you have to put them back into place. But the sentences you are given are 8, not 5. So there are 3 extra sentences you don't need. Okay? Okay, who wants to read it?
I can do it.
Yes, thank you.
A new life. I used to work as a college lecturer in the north of, sorry, I saw it very small. I used to work as a college lecturer in the north of England, running photography courses. It wasn't a bad job, and I really liked my students. But I began to feel tired of doing the same thing every day.
Okay, let's go. What's possible to write here?
That's why I knew it was a terrible plan. No, I had trained in icy water in the UK, so the crystal clear warm water felt amazing. No, they always ask lots of questions. Maybe I work far harder than I used to. No, I began joking to friends about sending in an application. No. Afterwards, some people were surprised by my decision, but I wasn't too worried. No, I decided I needed a break. I needed to explain that first. Maybe I think...
Let's go back. Let's go back.
I used to work as a college lecturer in the northern of England, running photography courses. It wasn't a bad job, and I really liked my students, but I began to feel tired of doing the same thing every day. Okay. I think I decided I needed a break. G?
Yes, I decided I needed a break. Okay, so 16, G. Let's go on. Ah sì, c'è qualcun altro che vuole andare avanti? Hello, does anybody want to go on? Come on.
I can. If
okay,
nobody I can.
Good.
So, I always love traveling. So one weekend I typed international volunteering into an internet search engine. At the top of the results, page was the opportunity to go and stay on an island in the Indian Ocean, thousands of miles away, and help to protect the beaches and the sea life. I had some diving experience, and the more I talked about it, the more I wanted to do it. So
okay, let's see what can be number 17.
okay. A, that's why I knew it was a terrible plan. No. B, I had trained in icy water in the UK, so the crystal clear warm water felt amazing. No. C, they always ask lots of questions. No. D, I work far harder than I used to. E, I began joking to friends about sending an application. This is what she done before, I think, Maria Pia. Sorry for interruption.
Not really. Could be, you know, one weekend I typed international volunteering,
Yes.
and that's what came out, the opportunity to go and stay on an island in the Indian Ocean.
Yes.
And so could be he began to joke about with his friends about the possibility to send in an application. Why
Yes.
not? Could be.
Yes. E, after I read every part.
Yes.
F, afterwards, some people were surprised by my decision, but I wasn't too worried. G, I decided I needed a break.
Ma questa è già stata usata.
Okay.
This is already taken.
I needed to explain that first. So I think it should be E.
Yes.
I began,
I
what
began
I
joking to friends about sending in an application.
Yes.
I had some diving experience.
And the more I talked about it, the more I wanted to do it. So I contacted the organization. 1 week later, they offered me to send me to the island, and I accepted. After all, the volunteer job was only for 2 months during the summer holidays. I thought after I'd finished, I'd come home.
Okay, quindi 1 week later, they offered to send me to the island, and I accepted.
That's why I knew I was terrible plan. No, I trained. No, they always ask. They always ask lots of questions. No, I work far harder than I used to. This was before E. F. Afterwards, some people were surprised by my decision, but I wasn't too worried. I don't know really. I'm a little confused right now. I don't remember well.
Okay, could be afterwards. Some people were surprised by my decision, but I wasn't too worried. Or could be I had trained in icy water in the UK. So the crystal clear warm water felt amazing. Both are good, in my opinion. So let's go back to the text and see what's the best fit. So I contacted the organization. 1 week later, they offered to send me to the island, and I accepted. After all, the
okay, because I had some diving experience. Yes, can be the contact can be with someone in the past diving experience.
Exactly. He had trained in icy water in the UK, so the crystal clear warm water felt amazing.
Yes.
Oppure, afterwards, some people were surprised by my decision, but I wasn't too worried. Okay, both can go. So let's go on and see the next one.
Ok.
Entrambi potrebbero andare bene, quindi andiamo avanti e vediamo quella dopo. Ok, who wants to go on?
Ok.
Dai, qualcun altro, come on, come on.
I can do it. As
Yes.
soon as I got to the island, I was sure I'd done the right thing. My first dive was incredible. I felt so lucky to be able to experience that every day.
Allora forse qui ci va, dov'era quella? I had trained in icy
water.
So the crystal clear warm water felt amazing. Ok, allora mettiamo questa lì e di conseguenza la F va sopra. Ok, perfect. Okay, do you want to go on, Georgia?
Yes, in fact, I loved it much that I never came home. I've now been on the island for 10 years and I have a permanent job. I'm working as a marine educator, teaching volunteers about the sea life and taking them snorkeling and diving. My desk is a picnic table 10 meters from the best beach on the island. Lucky man. Of course, not everything about my new life is perfect. However, I can't imagine going back to my old life. I work harder than I used to. The other side, no. I needed to explain that first. I don't know.
In my opinion, that's why I knew it was a terrible plan. No. Had the train in icy water is already taken. They always ask lots of questions. They who, there's no they in the sentence. I work far harder than I used to. This is a possibility. Not everything is perfect. I work fast harder than I used to. However, I can't imagine going back to my old life. Okay, so this is a possibility. I began joking to friends, that's already taken. Afterwards, that's already taken. I decided that's already taken. I needed to explain that. So definitely I work fast harder. Okay, so far harder. So of course, not everything about my new life is perfect. I work far harder than I used to. However, I can't imagine going back to my old life. Okay. Right. So part 4 consists in putting some sentences inside the text. But you have to put 5 sentences and there are 8 at your disposal. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so 3 are sentences you don't need. Okay?
Yes.
Then part 5. In part 5, questions 21 to 26, which means 6 questions, not 5. For each question, choose the correct answer. Okay, who wants to read it?
I can do it.
Yes, please.
The coconut tree. The coconut tree is thought to be one of the most valuable trees in the world. It is mostly found by the sea, where there is a hot and wet
Okay,
weather.
my suggestion is Okay, no, maybe, okay, try a lot of wet, temperature, condition, climate, weather.
Climate.
Weather
Uh,
or climate.
Hot and wet.
O anche weather.
Hot and wet. No, allora, weather, okay, there's a difference between climate and weather. Weather is the actual weather, the weather which is now. Climate is the usual weather of a place. For example, what's the weather like in Rome? Oh, it's raining now. What's the climate like in Rome? Oh, it can be very hot in summer and mild in winter. Okay, so that's the climate.
Okay.
Usually the weather is hot in summer and mild in winter. And the weather is now the weather is, it's raining, for example, or it's sunny. That's the weather. But here he talks about usual, the usual situation. So coconut tree is almost found by the sea, where there's a lot of hot and wet climate. Condition, temperature. Temperature could be hot but not wet. Condition is too general a term, so yes, I would go for climate.
Climate, ok.
Ok? Poi dopo correggiamo però cosa abbiamo fatto. Magari abbiamo sbagliato. Ok, the coconuts, can you go on please?
The coconuts often fall into the sea and float on the water until they another beach where more trees then begin to grow.
Until they reach, they go, they travel, or they arrive.
Until they reach.
Yes. Until they reach another beach. Why not arrive?
Because they part from a side and go in another side.
Okay, but they could arrive, but they could arrive to another beach. You can't say until they arrive another beach. Okay, so arrive at or to another beach. So in this case, reach. Okay, until they reach another beach where more trees then begin to grow. Ok, who wants to go on? Chi vuole andare avanti? Dai, c'è un sacco di gente, perché nessuno? Katia, vai.
I try.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Katia. Okay. Bye.
Holiday makers often see the coconut tree as no more than an attractive sun umbrella that provides. However, this
an attractive sun umbrella that provides, scusa che numero era questo, 23, that provides cloud, shade, dark or cold.
Cloud.
But there is an example with the sun umbrella, and the sun umbrella does not provide cold, it provides shade.
Okay.
Shade.
Okay.
Shade. However, this amazing tree has hundreds of and more are still behind discovered.
This amazing tree has hundreds of blah blah and more are still being discovered. Uses, jobs, roles, things. Hundreds of
uses.
Yes.
Uses.
Okay. Hundreds of uses and more are still being discovered. Okay, can you go on, please?
People have made houses, boats, and baskets from the coconut trees' wood and leaves for centuries. Even today, if you take in your cupboards, you will find cupboards.
If you take a
look.
Yes, if you take a look in your cupboards,
you will find coconut oil in products as medicines and desserts.
Different. In products as medicine and cos'era quell'altro?
Oh, different.
Different, okay, as different as medicine and desserts. Ok, in prodotti così diversi come che vanno dalle medicine ai dolci. Ok, right. Finally, part 6. Questions 27 to 32. So again, 6 questions here. For each question, write the correct answer. 1 word for each gap. Okay, only 1 word. Who wants to read it? Who wants to read it? Vai Luciano, dai.
This is one of my favorite places to visit. I've learned a huge amount about animals and plants.
Okay, I've learned a huge amount about animals and plants. Time I've visited.
I've even seen bits of rock from the moon.
I've even seen bits of rock from the moon. Quindi, I've learned a huge amount about animals and plants. Time I've visited. Any idea?
During.
No, l'idea sarebbe ogni volta che sono andata a visitarlo.
Each
time or every time. Every time or each time. Both are possible. Each time oppure every time I've visited. I've even seen bits of rock from the moon. Okay. Who wants to go on? Come on.
Okay, the building really beautiful and it's easy to find your way around. There are hundreds of interesting things on display, but you like dinosaurs and the best time.
The buildings are really beautiful and it's easy to find your way around. There are hundreds of interesting things on display, but you like dinosaurs, the best time. Exactly, but if you like dinosaurs, the best time. See them. To see them. Exactly, to see them.
Term time.
Is during term time. Okay.
I've been twice in the school holiday and the check was
and the queue was, sì. Allora, se ti piacciono i dinosauri, devi andare durante le vacanze, in the term time. Loro hanno questi terms, diciamo trimestri che finiscono e hanno una settimana di vacanza. Okay. Allora, se tu ci vai in quella settimana lì, ti godi i dinosauri, se no, ci sono talmente tante scuole che vanno a visitare questo museo di storia naturale che i dinosauri non riesce a vederli, ok? Quindi, I've been twice in the school holidays, and the queue was
So long.
So long.
So long.
so long that I wasn't
That part
able
of
to visit that part of the museum. Bravi. Okay?
You will probably want something to eat while you are there. You can take your own picnic.
Exactly.
And
Your
eat in
own
the
picnic
garden.
and eat in the museum garden. Or try one of the two
museum cafe.
Ok, quindi your own
Every.
picnic. Ok,
Mamma mia.
va bene. Sì, ci abbiamo messo più di 45 minuti, però facevamo con molta calma studiando la questione. You need to practice, as usual. Practice makes perfect. So, what I'm going to do, if you want to, no, I wanted to send you some exercises like this, but I remember now that some of you say, no, please, no stress. So I'm going to put them into the Google shared file. So, and I'm going to repeat the link, resend the link to you. So if you go into the Google file, you will find a couple of examples of the reading part of the test, the Cambridge exam. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Please try them because it's the only way to learn. Practice, practice, practice. Yes, 15B. Okay, Christina, have you taken note of all answers? Okay, right. So in this case, let's go and see if we did some mistakes. Okay. Reading part, example part 3. Okay, where are the answers? I have put the answers somewhere, only I can't remember where. There should be an answer, a key paper. No, it's not in here. We don't need this one either. Wait a second. Okay, Europol B1. Europol B1. Okay, is it this one we did? Wait a second. Yes, it's this one. So this is the answer key, the answer paper. Okay, part 1, 1A, 2C, 3C, 4B, 5A. Do they correspond? Let's go to the beginning. Part A. Mi sa che non abbiamo preso la nota perché partiamo dal numero 6. Ok, let's go to number 6. Ok, A era il 5A, ok, questo corrisponde, questi non avevamo preso nota. Comunque, 6F, 7G, good. 8A come 8A, 9C.
Yes.
Infatti era 8B. Ti ricordi che
8B.
dicevamo no, non è la B e invece sì è la B. Quindi 8B, avevamo fatto giusto, non so perché qui è scritto A, ma in realtà andiamo a vedere se volete.
È scritto B, è scritto B.
8B. E
8B.
infatti Milena diceva no, non è la B. E io ho detto sì, perché parla di pittori famosi, ma anche agli inizi. 10H, 11C, 12C, 13D, 14 A, perché abbiamo messo B? Allora, 14, let me check. 14, question 14. How does people feel about cycling now? He's proud. A. Sì, avevo messo giusto 14A, non B. He's proud that he's still so fast. È orgoglioso di essere ancora così veloce. Ok? Abbiamo scartato l'idea che era contento di fare meno adesso che è più vecchio, no? Lui diceva riesco a superare, arrivo prima in cima e mi immagino cosa penserebbero se sapessero la mia età. Quindi avevamo deciso la A, 14A. Ok? Quindi avevamo fatto giusto in realtà. 14A, 15B. 15 B. Ok. Poi 16G, 17F, F. Ok, andiamo a vedere allora la 17. 17, qual era? Questa. To help protect the beaches and the sea life. I had some diving experience. Questo era... aspetta. I always loved traveling. At the top of the results page was the opportunity to go and sail on an island in the Indian Ocean, thousands of miles away, and help protect the beaches and the sea life. Ok, e noi avevamo messo F. F. Afterwards, some people were surprised. E invece era la, fammi vedere, scusa, 17I. Ma no, avevamo messo giusto la I. I began joking to friends about sending in an application. Sì, avevamo messo questa. I began, fatemi controllare. Dov'è qua? Non capisco più niente, aiuto. Allora, la 17. Sì, avevamo messo questa. I began joking with friends about sending in an application. I had some diving experience, and the more I talked about it, the more I wanted to do it. So I contacted the organization. Sì, avevamo messo quella. 1 week later, they offered to send me to the island, and I accepted. E questa invece era la 18, la F. 18D? Oh signor, aspetta un attimo. 18, no, 18F. Infatti dopo andava quella. After all, I had some no, com'era? Afterwards, some people were surprised by my decision, but I wasn't too worried. Okay.
Maria Pia. But we put F in first time. We choose D.
Yeah, we didn't know. We said both are possible. So let's sign both of them, and then we decided that this one was better afterwards.
Yes.
And so 17E, 18F.
Yes.
Punto sarà 19D.
19. E la 20, la D, la 20.
My first time was incredible.
19B.
Yes, B, ok, giusto, B. Aspetta, dico io giusto. Cos'era, scusa? Il 19B, ok.
Ok.
20,
D.
D. Ok.
20. Yes, I work far harder than I used to. Esatto. Sì, sì, no, l'avevamo fatte giuste. Hai segnato qua sbagliato, sai chi è che ha segnato Cristina? Ma le avevamo fatte giuste. Ok, poi vediamo. Ah,
Part
sì.
5.
Can you share again the presents? Scusate, sì, sì, sì.
Part
Here
5,
it is.
21.
Poi part 5. No, non c'è scritta allora. Non c'è scritta. Vabbè, part 5. Ah, sì, sì, ce l'hai? Ce l'hai segnata? Chi è che ha detto part 5 if you want?
But no, not a lot. Only.
Not all of them, only some of them. Anyway, can you tell them to us? Have you got number 21?
21, we choose letter C.
Okay.
Yes.
22.
Letter C, climate.
Climate, yes.
Yes. And 22, we put A.
Okay.
And
23.
23, I don't write. I don't write.
You didn't write it. 23, andiamo a vedercela. Allora, 23 era, scusate che chiudo qui, that provides shade, avevamo messo, quindi B, 23B, ok. 24.
24,
A uses.
Yes.
Ok. 25.
I don't know. I don't
25.
know.
Look, avevamo messo, quindi sì.
Okay.
Yes. E 26 different, quindi D. Ok. If you take a look in your cupboards, you will find coconut oil in products as different as medicine and desserts. Ok, avevamo fatto così. Perfetto. Poi c'era the Natural History Museum. This is one of my favorite places to visit. I've learned a huge amount about animals and plants every time or each time. Okay, every or each time I've visited. Blah, blah, blah. Hundreds of interesting things on display, but if you like dinosaurs, okay, you like dinosaurs, best time to see them, the queue was so long that I wasn't able, to visit that part of the museum. Yes. And finally, can take your own picnic. Yes. Sì, ok, li abbiamo fatti tutti giusti. Bene, dai. Okay. So I'm going to put some examples of these. I think they are already there, to be honest. Let's go and see if they are already there. We don't need this one anymore. No, this one. Let's go and see if they are already there. Okay, Google. No, sorry. Google Documents. Is it Drive? Maybe it's Drive. Okay, Europol B1. Okay. Come on. Book B1 is in Pisame. No, it's not in here. Useful links. And this is the book. Oh, yes. Okay, this is only one example of the writing, speaking, reading with the answer key, listening with the tape script and the answer keys and the questions. Okay, there is only one example. I will put more examples of the exam, the reading part of the exam. Okay, all right. I can do it now if you want to. New file upload. Where was it? Europe for B1. For B1. Okay. Reading part 1, example 2. Okay. New file upload. Well, I can do that at all. I mean, after. Reading part 1, example 3. They're both part 1 for the moment. Then I've got part 2, example 3, example 2, and example 3. Part 2, example 2, part 3. Okay, I don't have. Anyway. I've put all I have inside the folder, but for example, why don't I have a part 2, example 3? You've got all of this. Now I have also put all of this. Well, I will find it somewhere, don't worry. Okay, so I have uploaded a few examples of reading part 3, example 3, because it's not loaded yet. Okay. For each question, choose the correct answer. Ice cream for dogs, blah, 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 blah. You have to choose the answer here. Okay. That's part 3. Okay. Anyway, I will put some more examples for you in the folder. And yes, please try and do some exercises if you have time, because it's only a matter of practice. Practice makes perfect. Okay, so thank you very much for today. I hope you're not too disappointed.
Thank you, Maria Pia.
Thank you, Maria Pia.
Poor Sonia, she was.
Thank you, Maria Pia.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks to you. Have a
Maria,
good week. Yes.
Maria Pia, sorry. Sorry for my interruption.
No
I have just a little question. Can I talk in Italian?
Okay.
Okay. Now is out of B2.
Okay, I can switch it off if you want to.
Ok, io mi sono iscritto con un account, però non sono sicuro perché ho 2 email, una con Gmail e una con Hotmail.
Allora adesso spengo lo streaming perché non ci interessa.
Mi fa questo grande favore, dice.